Yo, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part number 2 of the Boatside and tube fender build series. It wasn't supposed to be a series, but you know how that goes. Not enough time in the day. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with it and we're gonna get these things built. I just wanted to say, if you guys didn't watch part number 1, go check it out. That video did extremely well, bumped us up over 2,000 subscribers. So thank you guys very much. That's awesome. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all the support. Maybe one day, this whole YouTube thing will pay for my hobby. That's all I could ask for. So let's build some sliders. All right, time for the good stuff. Let's talk design and material. We're gonna be working with some 1.75" 120 wall and 250 wall DOM. All the 250 stuff is gonna go down towards the bottom of these sliders. Reason, obvious, it's a lot thicker. It's going to handle the abuse of the rocks. Hopefully it doesn't dent too bad. It's going to happen, but hopefully it prolongs the life of these sliders. And then we'll use the 120 all up above it where it'll see rocks, but not nearly as hard as anything on the bottom. We're doing it that way to keep the cost down and keep the weight down. So design-wise, 100% stole this idea from my buddy, Ryan Cranfill, who is Rubber Ducky TJ on Instagram. Technically, he stole it from his buddy, Ray. I don't know Ray, so I'm giving the credit to Ryan. So if you want a sneak peek what these sliders are gonna look like, run over to Ryan's Instagram page, take a peek at his Jeep. That's what these are gonna look like. So enough rambling and jibber jabbing. Let's build. I wanna build. We're gonna build. Okay, just went ahead and cut out 3 of these center straight pieces. They're 8 inches long and then just a regular 90-degree notch through both ends. And yeah, that looks good. Out here towards the end, I think I want to put a taper on it to kind of match the body lines. So threw some tape on there. It's about 15 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and cut 2 more with an angle on it and shove it in there. Okay, this is all cleaned up now, but before everything can get tacked together, I need to hole saw out some pieces to cap the end of the exposed tube. This one is done. Basically just drop it on here, fill in your hole, burn it together. I'm gonna flap it and sand it so it looks like one nice piece, but I wanna go ahead and get that done before this is tacked together. So I'm gonna keep working on that. Mother Saint Mary. Would you just look at it? Our boat side is all tacked together and sitting next to the Jeep where it is going to live. Remember, this piece is left long because that fender needs to tie back in here. But overall, super happy with the way it's coming out. Like I said, everything's just tacked together. We're going to end up pulling this thing the whole way off before we weld it out. But next is going to be the lower frame tie-in, where the quarter wall tube runs from the frame out to the lower tube on the slider. Now, not gonna film it, it's getting late. I'm just gonna go ahead and work, and then when I pick the camera back up tomorrow, I'll show you guys how it looks. So, see you in a second. All right, out here again, and it's actually been a couple days since I last filmed, and that's just because of the holidays. I haven't had any, time to devote a full day in the shop to film, so I'd just be out here an hour or 2 hours at a time and keep plugging away at the Jeep. So, Jeep's gonna look a little bit different, and I'm excited to show you. Check it out. Obviously, the big surprise is the Jeep now has a fender on it. If you watch part number 1, you saw us bend that tube up. We were working on it. We stopped because I wanted to tie it into the boat side. Well, to finish bracing the boat side onto the frame, I need to know where the fender was gonna land. So off camera, on those couple hours each night, I've been out here notching, fitting, and cutting and slugging this thing to actually get the fitment perfect on it. Went ahead and used a quarter wall 250 slug anywhere I had to cut the tube, but the fitment's perfect. It ain't going anywhere. Super happy with the way the fenders are turning out. Now, also in the background, I've been working on building these, which are going to be braces that tie that fender back into the shock tower. So I think the next step is let's get those tacked. Let's close the hood to make sure the fitment is okay, and then we're gonna work on breaking the boat sides off of the Jeep so I can weld it out. Let's go. These are all welded up about as far as I could go without pulling the strut off or removing the tire from the Jeep. I'm unable to get to the bottom sides to weld it, so not worried about doing that right now. Alex is on his way over, so I can go ahead and get the boat sides cut off of the Jeep. They're just tacked on there, so they need sliced and snapped off the Jeep. So we can go ahead and weld out the fish plates and weld out all of that too. So I'm gonna work on that, and as soon as he gets here, we'll start welding. Out here for the final evening of working on my boat side project. Yesterday, me and Alex went ham working on the boat sides, got everything tacked, welded, painted. They're done. So the only thing that needs finished on it though is making the UHMW skins for the side of it. If you don't know what that is, UHMW pretty much is extremely strong, slippery plastic. So instead of using like steel or aluminum for the outer skins of the slider, I'm using plastic. I'm not a carpenter, but I'm gonna break out a circular saw, cut this stuff up, drill some holes, and get it mounted. So let's finish up this project. Well guys, the boat side project is officially done. Well, almost. I'm gonna change out the hardware for stainless and I'll probably router the edges of that UHMW so it's nice and smooth. But overall, super happy with the way this project turned out. I definitely underestimated how long it was gonna take to cut and fit and weld all those tubes, but I don't think I'd change anything. That being said, this video is effectively over. I have 2 videos in the works that should be coming out soon. One is going to be fire and the other one is steeringly cool. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for the next video coming soon. Video's over. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next upload. Later.